Back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Brandon Brown, of course, the driver of the number 68 Chevrolet for Brandonville Motorsports in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. How's it going, man?
It's going pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So going into this weekend at Pocono, coming off a really good run and a much needed run for the 68 team.
Yeah.
Just talk about what it meant to get back in the top five again.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the area where you want to race at all year. That's the area we need to be at, especially with how our point situation is and what it's going to take to make it into the playoffs, because this year is just so competitive and it almost takes probably a win to get in. So we just have to make sure that we are consistently running like that if we want to points our way in.
So going into this weekend at Pocono, what is your, I mean, I know it's in kind of it is up in the Northeast. Close. I know it's not Virginia, but it's in that area somewhere. It is close to home.
Yeah, I think it's like a 8 or 9 hour drive from my hometown.
Yeah. So going into that race, what do you think about Pocono, and how do you think you'll fare there?
Well, Pocono can race a lot like a super speedway, but just because of how long the straightaways are there, you really need draft to make any moves. And then complemented with that long flat turn 3, it's just such a challenging place to drive, but it can keep the field bunched up, and cars that normally don't shine as well on a 1.5-mile track will fare out a lot better on the larger speedway tracks. So being at Pocono, it plays into that. So you can have really strong runs there. We've had extremely strong runs there, just not quite the finishes we needed there, and especially when the safety valve shuts on your oil tank and causes it to explode and end your day early. It's tough, which is what we fought last year. So this year just focused in on making sure that we get the results.
Yeah. So getting results is good for the team and stuff there. I know that, you got a next couple races with the 68 team coming up. Going into next week at Pocono, and then the rest of the races, talk about what you want to see out of this team.
Pocono, I want to see another really strong finish for us. I really would like to get a top 10 would be a great day. Top 5 would be phenomenal. But we want to make sure that we're executing the finishes there. Then when we show up to tracks like the Indianapolis road course, we want to maintain. We usually run decent at road courses. We've had good finishes there in the past. Just want to make sure that we are, we're continuously running strong, and then really set ourselves up to maximize a day at Daytona and try and, fight our way into the playoffs.
Yeah. How do you think you've fared so far this year?
So far this year, I'd say we haven't had quite the success that we'd hoped we'd have. We have had some struggles in executing finishes between both myself and the equipment, trying to get used to some of these newer chassis that we have and kind of working out the kinks in them, because they're not brand new, but they're new to us. So trying to, really, fight everything that we've been going through off track, and with everything that's gone on, and makes it hard to really, focus in like you need to. So I feel like recently we've been able to kind of focus in a lot better, and we just need finishes, and we've had strong runs. We just haven't had the finishes needed.
Yeah, for sure. Do you kind of going in off that? I know you actually were just featured in something off track as well with talk about what you've been up to with that.
Yeah, so We've been working very closely now with a child. His name is Brandon Brundage. So that's why you always see the hashtag Team Brandons, because Brandon Brundage is living with autism, and it can be a struggle for children with autism to find a spotlight and to find a place to show out, because just growing up, sometimes there's some social struggles and things that, if you're not, you know, if you're not getting picked first in anything, then it can be it can be really hard on somebody, and it can be really hard on their confidence. And we really wanted to spotlight his confidence because of everything that's happened, the silver lining of the Let's Go Brandon chants that have been going on, and signs and billboards and whatever. It's been really bad for me. It's been nothing but bad for the team and sponsorships and finances, just constantly on a struggle. So it's been bad, but the silver lining is it gave him confidence. It gave him the ability to approach people now socially. He's talking to everybody when he hands out his book, and he's able to take the training wheels off his bike. He's swimming in the deep end of the pool. It's conquering these fears that are not really even fears. It's just more of getting his confidence up. And what he was able to accomplish was just amazing, and it needed to be spotlighted. So we brought him to the sport that we all know and love, and let him really experience it at Road America.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, Brandon Brown, thanks so much for talking with us, and good luck this weekend at Pocono.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.